From palace to campus, Leonor's silent struggle. What happens when a young woman leaves the palace behind and suddenly has to live like an ordinary student? For most students, campus means lectures, friends, deadlines, and figuring out who they really are. But for Princess Leonor, every step comes with something most students will never experience: the weight of a future crown. Behind the polished photographs and royal ceremonies, there may be a very different story. A story of expectations, a story of pressure, and perhaps, a struggle that the public rarely gets to see. Princess Leonor has grown up under an extraordinary spotlight. From childhood, her future has been different from that of almost anyone her age. One day, she is expected to become Queen of Spain. That title may sound glamorous, but it also means responsibility. Every appearance can be analyzed, every word can become news, every decision can be judged against the expectations surrounding the monarchy. And then comes campus life. Imagine walking into a university environment where other students are trying to build their futures while yours has already been written into the history of your country. Could Leonor ever truly feel like just another student? That may be the most fascinating part of her transition. Campus can offer something a palace cannot easily provide: a chance to experience ordinary routines, meet people outside royal circles, and learn alongside others. But ordinary life has limits when you're one of the world's most recognizable young royals. Privacy becomes precious. Friendships can attract attention. A simple photograph can suddenly become a headline. And even moments that seem completely normal can carry unusual pressure. The world isn't simply watching Leonor the student, it's watching the future queen. And perhaps that's where the silent struggle begins. Not necessarily in dramatic moments but in the small ones. The expectation to remain composed. The need to balance personal growth with public duty. The knowledge that mistakes that might be forgotten for another student could follow a future monarch for years. Leonor's journey isn't simply about attending classes or preparing for a career. It's about learning how to become herself while simultaneously preparing to become a symbol. And those two identities don't always make life easy. Yet there is another side to the story. Leonor's generation of royalty is growing up in a world where young people increasingly value authenticity, independence, and personal identity. So the question becomes impossible to ignore: how does someone prepare to inherit a crown without losing the person underneath it? Perhaps the answer is not about choosing between being Leonor and being the future queen. Perhaps it's about learning to carry both. Because behind every formal ceremony, every carefully chosen outfit, and every public appearance is still a young person navigating adulthood. From palace halls to campus corridors, Leonor's journey is about far more than royal tradition. It's about growing up while millions are watching. It's about discovering who you are when the world already has an idea of who you're supposed to become. And maybe the biggest mystery isn't whether Leonor is ready for the crown, it's whether the world will ever truly see the person behind it.